So my name is Greg Morelli. I run the East Coast for Console. This is Ian Horowitz. He runs the carrier group out of Philly. So what we want to accomplish today is just tell you a little bit about Console, what we do, why people use us, right, and what our differentiators are. Okay, and then also talk a little bit about the time the connections. So anyway, so just to get you a little bit familiar, we were formed back in 2011. We're based out of the Silicon Valley. We have people in offices here in North America, up in Canada, throughout Europe, Asia Pac, and Australia. One of the really great things is that we have 170 POPs that are around the globe that are already interconnected. Okay, and what that means to our clients is they can get instant connections to their critical applications, to their business partners, and into their other data centers through this console that we put together. So just in regards to a couple of things, right, with respect to the internet traffic and the cloud. Companies are moving their cloud applications, right, or their applications into the cloud, and according to Gartner, the average enterprise client today has 24 cloud applications. Okay, and the challenge with that becomes a couple of things. Number one, from a security perspective, how do you access that, right? If you're going to go through the internet, you have some security concerns, okay, which can be challenging. We help solve those concerns, right, by offering private connectivity into hundreds and hundreds of applications that are out there today. So your AWSs, your Googles, your Microsofts, Dropboxes, you name it, LinkedIn, Salesforce, all those kind of applications that are out there today. So the other challenge that clients have is really around performance. So everyone knows if you're gonna move these applications out to the cloud, right, you're gonna want them really to perform well for you. So if you do that through the internet, it can be unpredictable, right? It could be slow at times. So what we're really offering, around that is direct private connections, into those. And the reason why it's important is because you can get predictable performance, right? And one of the things that's really great about the interface that we have is that you can get performance information, and you can also make changes in real time, which is really great. So why are we different than some of the other players that are out there today? Well, we do a couple of things different, right? You can get private connectivity from carriers, right, which is great and works well. But what we're offering is a layer 2 service, as well as a layer 3 service, right? So when you're going layer 3, sometimes it becomes a challenge to get the ASN numbers, and our platform offers automatic ASN numbers, so it cuts out a pretty significant step. So again, if you want to get and connect into your big applications like your AWSs of the world, and let's say you start out with a connection, and you want to move the traffic, you can do that. If you want to split it up, you can do that. So in essence, what you're really getting with us is a large port, and then the control and visibility to do what you want with it anywhere around the globe. And again, it's around to those 170 POPs that are around the globe, which is really key. So what makes it really interesting with our partnership here is that we are connected into 2 major cities, right here in New York and then over in Germany, and those customers can access into our platform very easily. So there's thousands of networks, right, that are connected into that internet exchange, and they can connect in to those points to get out to all those applications, which really makes it really special. You wanted to add anything?
Just to add a couple of things. If a company, whether it's an enterprise network,
maybe get closer.
Enterprise network service provider, could be a network service provider or an enterprise account wants to connect in the console, once they set up, it'll be like LinkedIn. Some of us want to connect to each other on LinkedIn. Think of it as LinkedIn for business, where you can see somebody else that's on console. You want to reach out to them. You click a button, you connect to them, you can communicate with them, you can order from them. If it's AWS, you want to connect in us with a 1 gig circuit and you want 500 megs to AWS. So within console, once you have your profile set up, you'll see the AWS person. You just literally, at the click of a button, because it's fully automated, think of it as what would take your IT department 30 to 45 days to accomplish, you can do in 5 minutes. And by connecting to AWS through the portal, within 5 minutes you'll be able to ping AWS, they get notified, you want 500 megs turned up, as long as you accept the T's and C's, they accept it on their end, we turn up a VLAN that quick. So that's what we're doing today with DKIX. We have a fabulous relationship with DKIX here in New York City and in Germany, over in Frankfurt, and what we're doing today is bring so many customers that connect in any of our 170 data centers back to DKIX at the click of a button. We can do that with AWS, with Microsoft Azure, Software, or Salesforce.com. There's just thousands of companies within our ecosystem that we've built globally, and it's all about scalability. So if you have that 500 megs to AWS and you want 300 megs to Azure and a couple hundred megs over to DKIX, you can scale it. You can take the 500 megs down from AWS and put it somewhere else. You have total control of what you want to do without picking up the phone and calling a sales guy and say, hey, I need place an order. And that's the value proposition of using console.
Okay. With that, are there any questions?
Do people use peering exchanges to access it? Is your accessible over a peering exchange?
Yeah.
Do you require a VLAN on the exchange to come in from? So we support Metro VLANs, but how would our other customers potentially establish connections? What would be the process?
It's really just a simple cross connect from within DKIX. Anyone wants to connect to us within DKIX to anybody to somewhere else. I mean that's.
So they're already on our fabric. Would it be over just a standard peering connection? How would that happen?
Yeah, I mean it's all extended. I mean it's either layer 2 or layer 3 controlled.
And then within the tool itself, right, there's a drop-down box that tells you exactly what you can connect into once you get into the network and access into it.
Question for you.
Sure.
Your whole network of all these 170 POPs, this is all Ethernet connectivity, right? In any of them, can you convert that Ethernet to SONET?
That's a great question, which I don't know. I'd have to ask the
For
technical
example,
folks
if I
on.
wanted to connect to an ILEC that still connects on TDM level.
Yeah, you could do that through, our peering point or our POP.
Where?
You could do that through where our POP sits and do a cross connect. So as long as we're in that particular POP, right, you can do a cross connect into another network,
Yeah.
if that's what you're asking.
You can convert the signaling from Ethernet?
That I would have to ask, our technical folks and get back to you because I don't know. But I'll definitely get back to you on that. Any other questions? Okay. All right, great. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it.